On this week's Summoner Showcase Revival, League of Legends in space! A beautiful Nidalee Cosplay, incredible Syndra fan art, and a very Mexican Thresh skin. Welcome to another episode of Summoner Showcase Revival, the show that takes your amazing artistic talents and puts them on display for the entire League of Legends community. So let's kick things off today with a kick-ass parody poster of this year's biggest blockbuster. You already know what it is, probably your favorite movie of the summer, and it is, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy. This awesome piece was made by Kuma X all the way from Thailand, starring Gangplank as Star-Lord, Katarina as Gamora, Olaf as Drax, Maokai obviously as Groot, and Rumble as Rocket. As a huge fan of both Guardians and League, I love this poster. The art style is bright and striking, and I could totally believe that this is from a cartoon. I think the champion choices are pretty much perfect. Maokai is a no-brainer, and Katarina as the assassin Gamora totally works. Olaf, although bearded and kinda short, makes for a good-looking Drax, and I like Rumble as Rocket. I think you can make an argument though for Ziggs, but you would definitely need a tech-savvy Yordle. I wouldn't have thought of Star-Lord as Gangplank, but seeing it here, totally a great fit. Overall, fantastic piece, and I'd love to see an Avengers version. We'll put a link below to this piece. Kuma X has a ton of League content on his DeviantArt, so check it out and let him know you like this poster as much as I did. Next up, let's dive or pounce right into some Nidalee cosplay. This brilliant costume was made by Lunar Crow about 4 months ago, but we had to bring it up today because of who she ran into at PAX Prime last week. The original Nidalee player himself, CLG's hotshot GG. This is such a lovely photo, and I'm sure a super cool reward for Lunar Crow's hard work. Let's take a better look at the costume. It really is something else. I'll start by saying that although it might be unfair if we're comparing Nidalee cosplayers, Lunar Crow's skin tone really does match the cougar beautifully. The white body paint markings really draw the eye, and her hair is just the right mix of wild and ready for battle. Nidalee's a hard champion to cosplay in my opinion because of how little material there is to work with, but there is no doubt at all who this is. The bone teeth in particular just tie the whole thing together, and hotshot GG's signature was the last thing her spear needed. To check out the rest of her work, of which there is a ton, follow the link down below to her Facebook page. Moving on to a lady who has no time to be messing around in the jungle, it's Syndra. She's been absolutely dominant in the mid lane lately, and there's no better time to feature her. This stunning piece was drawn by the exceptionally talented Flaming Citrus, who always does a great job at making me green with envy. She has a bunch of champion drawings on her YouTube channel, and unlike most artists, she records her progress as she works. I love seeing the process and how her drawings come to life from a blank page, so let's take a closer look. Can I make my stunning pun again? No? Because seriously, this is crazy good. I highly encourage you to follow the link down below to Flaming Citrus's channel and check out the rest of her work. She's got Aurelia, Jinx, Vi, Katarina, Ahri, and they're all just as well done as this drawing. And if you don't like League, and I'm surprised you made it this far into the video, she's got an epic Jaime Lannister piece you might prefer. The League community has always been great at coming up with champion skin concepts, and this one fits all the check marks. For starters, it's got beautiful art. This piece was made by Rachel J. Quarry, and as you likely guessed, it's a Mexican Day of the Dead themed Thresh skin. This is so cool in my opinion, and could totally work for a real skin. And let's be real, Thresh is a fun champion, but his current skin's not too inspiring. If you've played a game called Guacamelee, you've probably noticed a similarity in the art style, which is not a bad thing at all. I don't think Rachel's Thresh could be directly put into the game as it is, but it would stand out quite a bit. It's very bright, it's very cartoony, and it looks fantastic, but doesn't quite match up with League's visuals. But with a little toning down in color, I think it's perfect for an actual skin. And the concept really speaks for itself, doesn't it? Riot have done holiday skins in the past, and Thresh would be one of those choices for Day of the Dead. The lantern, the hook, the mask, even the ultimate in the in-game mock-up. I mean, I know I'd buy it. Rito, please, make it happen. As always, there's a link below to the artist's work. Rachel is definitely an artist worth following. You know what League of Legends lacks? Explosions. Well, you know, other than Ziggs and Rumble and half of our 80 carries. Okay, fine, we sort of have explosions. But we don't have our massive explosions inflicted by over 220 armored vehicles from America, Germany, France, and the Soviet Union. Oddly specific. If those are the sorts of fiery balls of death you're looking for, then I highly encourage you to check out World of Tanks. World of Tanks is a team-based, massively multiplayer online action game dedicated to armored warfare. New players can jump into combat and get going in less than a minute, fighting with players from all over the world in a fast-paced, epic battle. Best of all, it's free to play with no barrier to entry. There's absolutely no risk in trying World of Tanks today, so head on over to gboffer.com/tanks and check it out. Following that link and checking out the game is also just a great way to support us and help us continue to make shows like this. Once again, to check out World of Tanks and support this content, head on over to gboffer.com/tanks and have a blast. You guys see what I did there? Blast? Tanks? Yep. And that is all for this week's Summoner Showcase Revival. Thank you guys so much for watching. For more video game news and content, head on over to GameBreaker.tv. We hope you enjoy our shows, and by liking and subscribing, it really helps support us, and so does, of course, telling your friends about us. And as a personal note, I wanted to thank everybody for letting me host these shows for you. These past 6 months have been so awesome. Thank you guys so much for keeping that spirit alive. I love you guys. Don't forget. Until next time, Summoners, I'm Lindsay Geektron, and I will see you guys around the interwebs.
GameBreaker TV.